Morning, the U.S.-backed government in Afghanistan has collapsed. Now thousands of people are scrambling to get out of the country.
Judy Wang is in the newsroom with the latest. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning. President Biden is expected to address the nation about the crisis, but it is uncertain when. The president is sending another 1,000 service members to Afghanistan for a total of 6,000 troops. Afghans fear what a return to Taliban rule will mean. Chaos at Kabul's airport, where Afghans and foreigners tried to board flights to escape. American soldiers had to fire shots into the air to prevent them from storming the runway. There are reports of some planes taking off and some men clinging to the fuselage of a U.S. military aircraft. On the streets of the capital, Taliban fighters are in control of security checkpoints and government facilities. A remarkable scene was shown on TV of militants occupying the presidential palace after Afghan President Ashraf Ghani fled the country. The Taliban offensive started in May when the U.S. began its drawdown of U.S. troops. It accelerated in recent days with the insurgent group seizing major cities, sometimes without a fight. As it closed in Kabul, American diplomats were evacuated by helicopter. The U.S. is also trying to help Afghans who worked with the military during the nearly 20-year war leave the country. All of this is happening about 2 weeks before the U.S. is set to complete its withdrawal. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says President Biden had a tough decision to make and warns of the consequences of calling off the withdrawal.
I would be on this program in that instance, probably having to explain why we were sending tens of thousands of forces back into Afghanistan to continue a war that the country believes needs to end after 20 years, $1 trillion, and 2,300 lives lost, and success in achieving the goals that we set when we went in the first place.
An emergency UN Security Council meeting is set for this morning. Pentagon leaders warn terrorist groups reestablishing themselves in Afghanistan could pose a threat to the U.S. mainland within 2 years. In the newsroom, Judy Wang, WGN News.